Hey everyone, welcome to today's Wednesday webinar. Today's webinar will focus on custom brand settings in NuORDER. This webinar will run through all customizable brand setting options that cannot be enabled in your admin side of NuORDER. Our platform has endless capability, and we want to ensure that you're taking full advantage of these custom options and that your portal is set up in a way that makes sense for your brand and runs efficiently. A few of the topics that will be covered today are what settings can be turned on and off and the benefits around these settings, top-level restrictions, landing page options, and notification settings. So what you can see on your screen here, this is what our management portal looks like. I just want to make it clear that at this time, only our NuORDER team has access to this portal. So if there are any features that you'd like to see implemented here, you'll need to reach out to your account manager or our support team at heroes@nuorder.com. There are a couple of features that were previously located here in management that are now available in admin. So things like your branded login page settings, which you'll see here, or sub-team functionality. And I do want to point out that while our team is required to make updates within the management portal today, our development team is always working on making more and more of these management features available on the admin side too. So in the brand management section, you can control everything from your basic brand settings to information that appears on your order PDF and other areas of the NuORDER application. So what I'll do, I'll just take you through each of the settings here under brand information. And the first one here is brand settings and information. So the brand information and contact info is another example. So here, brand info, contact info, is another example of information that can be updated on your end in admin. So we don't really need to spend too much time here, but we do use this management portal for your initial portal build. So any initial information that we need to build with your portal gets put into management. You guys can always manage that or make updates to that on the admin side. So scrolling down here, a crucial part of the brand settings section is currencies and currency management. So NuORDER supports unlimited international currencies and has the ability to load multiple currencies onto your brand portal to allow your sales team to sell in these currencies. So if you're using multiple currencies, a wholesale price in at least one currency is required per product. Currencies can be set per retailer, so that when any buyer from that company logs in, they'll see only the products and prices set for their currency. And brand users can be assigned to default currencies in NuORDER as well. So this means that when they view the product gallery, they'll see products and prices for that currency. So if you have any additional currencies, you'll have USD implemented in your portal by default, but any additional currencies that you'd like to see implemented, just let our team know, and you'll see all of the different currencies we have available here that we can go ahead and turn on for your team at any time. Image upload, naming convention, and account roles here are other sections that our team uses to build your initial portal and can be managed within the admin section. By default, your brand should have all of these modules enabled. So access to reporting, a profile in our marketplace, obviously a wholesale portal and so on. But if you want to implement our new credit card processing functionality, this is one of the modules that we can turn on for your team here in management. As soon as we go ahead and enable this payments module here in management, you will have the ability to set up a WePay account in admin. But again, we have to enable that here in management first. So if you'd like to implement credit card processing, definitely let us know. So scrolling down to the very bottom of the brand settings tab here, you'll see all of our different preferences. And this is really the bulk of our brand settings. And I'll walk you through the most frequently used as they're the most relevant. And all of these are, or most of these are unavailable on the admin side. So you'll see all of these different preferences here that we have the ability to turn on for you. And I'm just going to walk through a handful of these preferences, again, that are the most relevant to your brand. So the first preference here is grouping products. This will allow you to stack the same products with different colors into one in a gallery. So a lot of these preferences should be addressed on your initial call with your account manager and our enablement team, so they can discover exactly how you want your portal to be set up. So again, grouping products will allow you to group all of your same products with different colorways into one product in the product gallery. A custom CSV, if you have a custom CSV implemented, basically it's going to allow you to eliminate that double order entry. So this is super important. NuORDER, first and foremost, should be used as an ordering tool, and we always want to make sure that you're avoiding double order entry. So your orders from NuORDER can easily be imported, exported from NuORDER, and easily imported into your ERP system or your invoicing system. That's what this custom CSV setting is here for. And if you need to implement a custom CSV, if you're experiencing double order entry at this time, definitely reach out to your account manager and we'll work with you to eliminate that double order entry. Discount allowed is another huge preference here. So we have the ability to turn on a function for your reps that will allow them to add a discount to an entire working order and a discount to an individual product as well. So if you're often giving your retailers discounts, you can turn on the ability for your reps to add a discount directly into the working order to the entire order itself or to individual products. No buyer emails is huge. Again, buyers don't get automated emails. If we go ahead and turn this on, buyers will not receive any of the NuORDER automated emails, including welcome emails, order and draft emails. They'll still receive your line sheet recommendations and your easy orders, but they'll no longer receive any order emails or welcome emails. So if you do not want any of your buyers to receive NuORDER specific or automated emails, let us know and we can go ahead and turn off that function here on the management side. Notified viewed line sheets and notified view easy orders, you'll definitely want those on by default. Basically, it will, having these settings turn on, your reps will receive an email when a link from a line sheet or an easy order they've sent has been clicked. And one thing that I really want to point out here is that we're always trying to expand on marketing and the return on our line sheet and easy order sendouts. So I'm sure all of you are across, or I hope all of you are across NuORDER 4.0 and what's to come. If you're not, we will be having webinars about our new platform or a lot of our new updates coming soon, and those webinars will be next month. But basically, we're going to have marketing campaigns that really focus on return on your line sheet and easy orders. So you'll be able to track all of the buyers that not only view your line sheets and easy orders, but also order off of your line sheets and easy orders, click and view. So you'll be able to track all of that activity, and you'll definitely want to make sure that your reps are being notified here in management. Pricing templates. So if you're maintaining multiple prices per product, we can work with you to go ahead and set up these pricing templates. We'll first need to set them up here or turn on this ability here in management, and then we'll walk you through, if this is something you want to implement, how you can set those up on the administrative side of NuORDER. Again, pricing templates allow you to maintain multiple prices per product. Price per size is another great one here. So this is very custom, specific to your brand. So if you need to implement specific prices per size, let us know and we'll work with you to turn that on here. Global drafts. So global drafts are located here. With this function turned on, your sales managers and admin users can see all drafts. So by default, each one of your internal users will only be able to access their own saved drafts. So if we go ahead and turn on global drafts, all of your internal users will have access to view everybody else's draft orders. Allowing bulk assortments will allow, if you're working with majors or anyone who's ordering by door, we can go ahead and implement the ability to allow bulk orders so that your retailers can place orders by door. If you need further information on that, definitely let us know. I know a lot of people are using NuORDER for their specialty or independent retailers, but we do have the ability to allow those big box stores to place bulk orders through NuORDER. The initial page, so this is kind of what I mentioned in the beginning about covering your landing page. So having an initial page here, we can switch between line sheets or product gallery. So based on how your portal is set up, if you guys really like your buyers having the ability to kind of filter through or utilize all of your filters on the product gallery to narrow down the assortment, or if you prefer that your reps kind of navigate through your line sheets as well as your buyers, so directing them how to shop using that line sheet tab, we can identify or choose which your initial login page is. So whether you want them to default, your reps and buyers to default to that product gallery or default to that line sheet tab. And based on what you choose, if you don't want your reps or buyers to see that all products gallery at all, you can also hide that product tab from buyers and brands as well. Image match all products. So right now you guys know that it's required that you set up, or not necessarily required, but we definitely recommend that you set up an image naming convention to ensure that your image is linked to the appropriate product. Image match all products. This setting will allow images to match more than one product based on the image naming convention, and is especially useful for brands that have multiple versions of the same style or product in different seasons. No invite email. So again, jumping back to our NuORDER automatic email, we have two settings here. The ability to turn off order emails and no invite email as well. So if you don't want your buyers to receive any emails from NuORDER, you'll want to make sure both of these are turned off. That first one will eliminate any order email, and this will also ensure that any new buyers are not receiving the initial welcome email to NuORDER as soon as you add them to your portal. Override line item price is another setting specific to the working order. So previously, I mentioned that you can add a discount, or the ability for your reps to add a discount to the entire order and to specific products within the working order. This override line item price applies to the working order as well. If you're often finding yourself customizing prices for specific retailers, so not necessarily just giving them a discount, but customizing those prices, we can give your reps the ability to override the line item price, so manually update prices per product within the working order. Just a couple more I want to point out here. So setting order minimum and maximums. You guys have the ability to manage your minimum and maximum rules per order within admin, but this setting will need to go ahead and be turned on here first in management. And then enforce available till is a setting that I think is extremely relevant, definitely to a lot of my brands, and something that not everyone is necessarily across right off the bat. Turning this on will prevent orders from being placed where the ship start date is after the product availability and date. So enforce available till. So I'm going to jump back here to the initial management tab. I know this is a lot to take in, and there are a lot of different preferences to walk through. So if anyone needs a more in-depth review here, definitely reach out to your account manager, or if you have any questions here, definitely let us know. I'm going to skip over branded login and automation info. Again, you guys can now manage your branded login page within admin, and that automation info is specific to integrated brands only and not something you guys need to worry about. Next, I'm going to jump into the order export info here. From here, you can create and edit the order export for your brand. So from this tab, we can update casing. So if you want your order export to appear in lowercase or uppercase, we can add or remove the product data fields you'd like to reflect on the export. So you'll see here as I scroll through, we've got things like brand, order number, order date, ship start date. If there's any specific field that you'd like to add to your order export or remove, we can work with you to do that. We can also change the order of the data that exports here. So if you want to have order number come before the brand, you can go ahead and move these fields. Utilizing these arrows, we can change the order of the information that exports on your order export. And we can also create custom text fields. So if you have specific information or you want a custom field listed on your order export, we can definitely work with you to do that as well. Next, we have product, company, and order schema. So the product schema section allows us to edit the custom product fields for your brand. These custom fields will appear in your product details section on wholesale, and we can also turn these into filters. So product schema, this is the location where we can add custom data fields to your product. So if I go ahead and jump into our wholesale tab here, any updates we make to your product schema, you'll see those custom fields appear here in product details. So some of these are required, things like style number, season, color. Those are required fields when we're building out your portal. But if you have any custom information that you want added here, some examples of custom data fields that aren't included in our basic data template, things like fabrication or country of origin. You can get really custom here, and we can go ahead and add those fields within the product schema and management, and they'll appear here in your product details section on wholesale. So during our portal reviews, we review with our enablement team and you guys to ensure that your portal meets your standards and is a platform your reps can easily sell off of and your buyers can easily shop off of. So we always make sure to ask if there's any additional information you'd like to see reflected in the portal in terms of product, and if there are any additional filters that you'd like to implement here in the browse product section, or any additional product details you'd like to see per style. And we'll go ahead and make those updates in the product schema. And then I do want to point out that once these fields are created within management, we have options to make these fields required. We can display them to your brand only, display these custom fields to your buyers only, and we can also make these custom fields filterable. So again, they can be filters within that product gallery, and we can make them searchable as well. So we can really get super custom with your data here in NuORDER. The company schema, very similar to the product schema. Basically, this section allows us to edit the custom order fields for your brand. So when we walk you through your training, we've got things like order types and tags. Here's where we go ahead and input that types and tags information. If you have custom fields that you want to include on your orders, so things like the company, the kind of company that this is, the type of company, whether it's a prospect company or a trade show account, or you want to see the company's dollar amount, we can edit the information that you'll see by company. And then order schema, this section allows you to edit the custom order fields for your brand. So the company schema allows you to edit the custom company fields for your brand. So any custom company information, and the order schema is any custom order data. So within the order schema, you'll see your types and tags, and we can add any specific data that you'll want to see on your order. Next is the view definition section. So this is where you can edit the layout that the brand sees within the application. So basically this means we can edit the visibility for admin users, sales reps, sales managers, and buyers on product views, PDF views, and email views. So here under view definitions, we can edit what all of your users see within the products, the PDF, and the email. So for example, if I jump into the product schema here, and we were just talking through adding customization, so adding any custom product data fields, we can define who sees these custom fields within the product data. So we can define whether we want the customizations within the product data to be visible to the admin users, the rep users, the sales managers, or your buyers. And then lastly, I'm going to jump into permissions. So this is the last section within the brand management portal that I'd like to review today. as you guys know, a brand user's role affects what they can see and do in NuORDER, and that's also known as permissions. So our basic user roles are admins, sales managers, and sales reps, and we have predefined permissions for each user role. So there are standard permissions associated with each user role across portal management, order visibility, reporting, and company and buyer visibility. And here we can adjust permissions or rules for the admin users, sales managers, and sales reps. So within the view definitions, we can edit the visibility by user role. Here, we can edit permissions by user role. So just a couple of examples here. So by default, you'll see the ability to archive products, archive companies, archive orders. Archiving products by default is only something that can be done by your admin user. But if you want your managers or your reps to be able to archive products as well, we can set these permissions by user. So we can go ahead and make managers and reps and give them the ability to archive products as well. So there are many different settings here that we can adjust, and it gets pretty in-depth. But as you scroll through, you'll see here that there are permissions tied to data management, payments, and order management. And we can customize all of these settings by your internal user roles. So if you want a list of all of the permissions that you guys can edit by user, you can reach out again to your account manager or our support team. If you have any custom data fields or questions on your brand settings, you can definitely reach out to us as well. After this webinar, I hope that you guys have a deeper knowledge of how NuORDER can be customized and built to fit your brand's needs. And hopefully you guys understand everything you need to know about settings. If you have any questions, definitely let us know, and I appreciate your time today. Thank you.